Welcome back. Coronavirus fears keeping more people from flying. Airports and airlines are responding by putting more safety measures in place. Joining us right now to talk more about travel and lifestyle is lifestyle journalist Francesca Pge. Francesca, great to have you this morning. Thank you so much for being here. What is the industry doing to prevent the spread of COVID-19? Let's start there.
Well, right now we know that mask wearing is being enforced in airports and on planes, and measures like queue markers and plexiglass shields are helping to minimize the spread within the airport. Once on the plane, most airlines are going to have masks and sanitizer available, and electrostatic spraying will be done prior to every departure. In future, we may even see facial recognition technology taking over from manual ID checks. We've also heard that when the middle seat does come back, it may be with dividers or facing the other way.
That makes a lot of sense. Francis, Newton, Stacy, jump in.
I'm just wondering, American Airlines is bringing the middle seat back already. They're selling flights at full capacity, and Delta has the strategy of keeping the middle seat empty. Obviously, American's going to benefit from the revenue, and Delta may benefit from kind of the public safety awareness. Who do you think is going to have the winning strategy on that move?
It's really hard to tell, but I think it's good to look at airlines outside of the ones we have within the U.S. Look at international airlines. One I wanted to talk about today was Etihad Airways, for example. They're putting together some very interesting, innovative initiatives when it comes to safety on board, aside of just the middle seat. They currently fly from Abu Dhabi, I believe, worldwide to over 29 different destinations, but they're introducing what they call the Etihad Wellness Program. This is a whole online guide used to set standards of hygiene and health. Now, once certain travel restrictions are lifted, Etihad Airways will also be introducing something called a wellness ambassador on board to answer any questions and provide that enhanced level of care focused on health and wellness. So in the long run, I think we're going to have to see airlines making these kinds of big changes, whether it's the middle seat or having wellness ambassadors on board. But I think these are standards in flying that we're going to see for a while now.
Yeah, so when do you expect international travel to come back, or domestic travel to go to the levels that we were in before this pandemic? What would be your expectation?
I think it's going to be a while. I think it was premature to say this summer everyone's going to start traveling internationally right away. Countries are definitely being protective, and right, they should. So I'm going to say probably we're looking into next year before it really ramps up again. But, I mean, it's to be determined. I think there's a lot of different things going on. Another thing I want to mention is apps and tools right now that are updating how people travel and helping them in terms of health and wellness. There's apps like App in the Air, which is a personal travel assistant, which they've introduced these in-app health filters. So when you're actually searching for future flights using the app, new filters are going to include whether a mask is needed, avoiding the middle seat, and free cancellations. The app's landing page is also going to provide weekly updates on the countries you're departing and arriving from, including government restrictions and airline and airport rules.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I think some airlines are trying to fill in all the seats and not leave that middle seat empty at this point. But Francesca, we'll be watching. It's an important subject we all care about. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Francesca Pge on travel and leisure.